Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is October 1st, 2024. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters, located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland, is going to stage a climax of the Israeli-Hamas war, the Israeli-Hezbollah war, the Syrian civil war, and the Yemeni civil war by the night of October 7th, 2024, which coincidentally marks the one-year anniversary of the so-called October 7th Iran-backed Hamas attack targeting Israel back on October 7th of 2023. Because I publish daily reports and make YouTube videos on a regular basis highlighting the potential attack and terror scenarios involving the aforementioned wars, the CIA is in this precarious position because they don't want to have these attacks and terror events and wars linked to Switzerland. So in this particular scenario, starting in earnest at the beginning of this year, the CIA has executed roughly 30, but I'm going to highlight 16 of them, assassinations of high-level Iranian, Hezbollah, and Hamas military personnel in the Middle East to create the plausible motive for an Iranian-backed Hamas or Hezbollah-related CBRN event targeting the United States, Israel, Europe, and or the rest of the world. So in other words, they want to create so many assassinations or stage so many assassinations of these high-ranking presidents, commanders, and leaders of these Islamic terror groups that are allegedly funded by Iran, so that the blame can be placed on Iran, Hezbollah, or somebody else aside from Switzerland. So this particular, in other words, they want to create a motive for a revenge attack, and so that's what is expected to transpire somewhere in the world by the date of October 7th. Really quick, this assassination narrative, if you will, began back on January 3rd of 2020 when the CIA assassinated Iranian RGC General Qasem Soleimani in Baghdad, Iraq. Then it really went into high gear on May 19th of 2024 when the CIA assassinated Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi in Uzi, Iran. This was a helicopter crash. The aforementioned Qasem Soleimani was a drone strike. And then starting at the beginning in earnest this year, on January 2nd, the CIA assassinated Deputy Chairman of Hamas, Saleh al-Lahari in Beirut, Lebanon, with an airstrike or drone strike. They assassinated on January 8th of 2024 Hezbollah senior commander Wissam al-Talawi in Lebanon. On the 20th of January, they assassinated Iranian Quds Force commander Sadeh Imazag in Damascus. On April 1st, they assassinated Iranian Quds Force commander Mohammad Reza Zahedi in Damascus, Syria. And on July 13th of 2024, they assassinated Hamas Chief of Staff Mohammed Diab al-Smari in Damascus, Syria. On July 30th, 2024, they assassinated Hezbollah senior leader Fouad Shakur in Lebanon. July 31st, they assassinated the political leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, in Tehran, Iran. On September 20th, they assassinated Hezbollah Special Forces Commander-in-Chief Ibrahim Aqil in Lebanon. On the 27th of September, they assassinated Hezbollah Southern Front Commander Ali Kariki in Lebanon, along with Iranian Brigadier General Abbas Nilofarsoon in Lebanon, and as well Secretary General of Hezbollah Hassan Nasrallah, that's the big one, in Beirut, Lebanon. And then just a couple days ago, on the 28th, they assassinated Deputy Head of Hezbollah Nabil Kawouk in Lebanon. And then on the 29th of September, they assassinated Hamas commander of Lebanon, Fatah Sharif in Tyre, Lebanon. So exactly what type of revenge attack the CIA is planning to inflict upon humanity is obviously not known, but it will predictably be biological, chemical, dirty bomb, nuclear, novel airborne virus, radiological, or weaponized contagion in nature. That's like anthrax, Ebola, rice, and smallpox. Exactly how they will execute this CBRN-related attack is obviously not known, but a 9/11 style attack, a drone attack, a missile attack, a rocket attack, a ship-related attack, a VBIED, that's a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device attack, that's like a car bombing, truck bombing, are the most likely. So exactly when this particular war will climax prior to the date of October 7th is obviously not known, but it will most likely come during a live broadcast of a live sporting event. On October 3rd, we have the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Atlanta Falcons on Thursday Night Football, and this would be October 4th in Israel. And then on October 6th, the night of October 6th, would be Dallas Cowboys versus Pittsburgh Steelers, and that would be October 7th in Israel. A day prior, on October 5th, we have UFC 307, Pereira versus Roundtree in Salt Lake City, and that would be October 6th. And then on the night of October 7th would be the New Orleans Saints versus the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football, and this would be October 8th in Israel. So exactly where the CIA plans to stage this impending Iranian-backed Hamas or Hezbollah revenge attack is obviously not known, but the United States is the number one target, most likely targeting New York City or Washington, D.C. Obviously, Israel, Haifa, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Canada, Toronto, Montreal, Europe, Berlin, Brussels, London, Paris, Rome, etc. And then if the CIA forgoes this particular plan, they will likely stage some sort of Iran-backed Hezbollah or Hamas-related CBRN event targeting the Middle East, possibly Afghanistan, Iraq, Lebanon, Egypt, Syria, and or Yemen. Basically, the CIA has created all of these revenge or assassinations of all these top leaders to give the appearance that Israel is, or that to provide the impetus or the motive for this impending revenge attack, which will predictably trigger World War III. And coincidentally, October 2nd, October 3rd, and October 4th falls on the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah, and typically blood sacrifices, including assassinations, terror attacks, and wars are executed on Jewish holidays, and so some sort of mass attack is expected during this holiday period. So obviously, in the event that any major event transpires in the United States, Israel, Europe, or the rest of the world prior to the night of October 7th, which marks October 8th in Israel, I kindly ask that you download this video and share with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Oh, and one last thing. It's highly likely that in preparation or in lieu of this mass attack, which it will predictably be nuclear in nature, this is what the whole Iranian nuclear deal is all about, that the CIA is going to stage a mass attack on Israel, most likely featuring the old Air Force aircraft of the countries which were party to the Abraham Accords. So what they've done is they've essentially taken, and this is just a theory, but I believe it to be true, that they're taking the old military aircraft of Bahrain, the UAE, Morocco, Sudan, as well as other Arab nations such as Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, and they have outfitted them with honing a honing system, which the other side of the honing system has been placed in Israel. So I believe at some point prior to the climax of this war, that they will stage some sort of mass 9/11 style attacks on Israel with old planes, possibly U.S. warcraft, possibly the F-16s that were allegedly sent to Ukraine, and then all these planes, which they'll repaint as Lebanese or Egyptian or Jordanian or Saudi Arabian. They will fly in fleets and then just start crashing into apartment buildings and infrastructure across Israel. This way, they have to destroy the planes anyway, and the ones that are in working capabilities, I believe, have been retrofitted for this particular attack. And then this attack will then set the precedent for the impending 9/11 style attack, which may transpire in this 1-year anniversary window. So anyways, obviously praying for a peaceful week leading up to the 1-year anniversary of the October 7th attack on Israel. Peace.